Welcome back to the Forged Alliance for Retard series with your host Nibelosky, bringing you some 5v5 higher to, I say, middle level action, going down on Certis Major EP. I'm not sure what the EP stands for, but that is the name of the map. Quite a number of sort of bigger pro players in this game, with a little bit of a dash of Jonas, if that would be called a word. But in any case, let's meet the teams, meet the players, and get underway. At the top here, we're going to call the top players Team 1, and the bottom players we are going to call Team 2. So we go straight to the top and see who is kicking around in purple, going UEF. It is Jin. I'm just going to call him Jin, because, well, Nibelosky's lazy. Just to his right, going Aeon, and going first land as well, is Corwin. I'm not particularly sure what that colour is. It's disgusting no matter what it is. I'm not sure why you'd choose that, but fair play, Corwin. If you want to be unique, that's fine. Going just below him, it is Lainelas, a familiar face from the last replay. He has decided to go UEF and decided to go a greyish kind of colour as well. To his right, build more Monkey Lords, which to my understanding is build more tanks, although I don't know whether his entire family plays this game or whether he just changed names on a frequent basis. I'd probably say it's going to be the latter, but he's decided to go Cybran, and he has gone sort of a greeny greyish colour as well, or fairly dull colours in the middle, and going a very, very vibrant yellow down here, and also going Aeon. First land is GFY DePonny, one of the rising stars of FAF. I've seen him myself in quite a few replays. I'm just surprised he's not up there already in the old 2000 rankage, but in any case, one to watch certainly. And down here in Team 2, going up here in the lovely vibrant red, it is Butek. He has decided to go Seraphim, the Seraphim player, and he's gone first land as well. Just below him, scooting through the players, it's Super, going Cybran, and he has decided to go white just to the north of him. It's Taquito, massive contributor to the FAF community, and he's decided to go Cybran first land, as I say. Just below him, going UEF, is Shadow Israel. I'm just going to call him Shadow. Shadow. Hey, we're going to call him Shadow. I think Shadow sounds silly, so we're going to go for Shadow. And last but certainly not least, going a faded red. Down here, it is my fellow shoutcaster Speed2, and he's gone UEF as well with a very decorative pattern, which I'm not going to say that could be misconstrued as suggestive from another direction, but I'm not going to dig any further than that. In any case, looking at the map, this is actually one of the original maps that Forged Alliance was designed with. Really, it comes down to three main points, as most maps do in Forged Alliance. You have the sort of left-hand flank up here, generally contested in the sort of hillish area. It's actually, for me, one of the trickiest maps to play because of the relief of the land. You tend to find it's quite hard. It's quite literally an uphill battle, as it's tiered up into sort of three main tiers. The middle part of the map is absolutely littered in this version with very high profile buildings, a couple of Tech 3 energy generators in the middle as well. There's a couple of shields keeping it safe, PD and radar, and so on. And of course we have the opposite side, which is this flank down here, which mirrors the northern one. In any case, enough of the analysis on the map. I'm pretty sure you can tell that already. We have an early commander push actually out from Lainelas. He's decided that he is going to be the first commander to pop out of his hole, so to speak. A couple of scout units out here from Corwin as well. He's going to be finding himself in the line of Zooey fire down here from Butek, and he's not careful. In any case, this, as I say, tends to be a skirmishy kind of map, mostly just to the fact that it is divided into such ferocious choke points. Because you can tell here the mountains make the side of the map completely impassable, so you tend to find a lot of standoff problems occurring between teams. A absolute hammering of anti-air fire trying to kick the Mirage out of the air from the civilian buildings. Lobo fire coming in from Lainelas, his secondary Lobo there, getting caught out by the point defense. It's typically the best way to take out the centre here is that because the point defense is only Tech 1, you have to arrange it with some Tech 1 artillery fire. Venture too close and you will find yourself with a loss of units. It'd be interesting to see who will grab what first. Out of the two teams, I would probably say the biggest movement has come from Team 1 in terms of commander presence. We've got DePonny coming down to take his flank, Speed a little further behind, whereas build more Monkey Lords accompanying Lainelas for the middle, hoping to punch a hole to grab at least some of the reclaim. Got a Quantum Gateway, as you can see there as well, which is a hell of a lot of mass. It's 10,000 mass just waiting to be reclaimed. A cheeky bomber out. So difficult to see with so many similar colours. That Zeus is coming out from. Who's the darker colour? It is Build More Monkey Lords. Cheeky Zeus pegging some units from Taquito. A heavier presence also coming from Isogen at the top. I'm afraid I'm going to pop this up to... she might leave it a little while longer on +2. Track the battle up here. An upgrade actually going on Butek's commander. I wonder what he's popping on. Let's have a quick look. Of course, it's not going to tell me, is it? Because he's not upgraded it yet. It's a left arm, so that should be a Tech 2 upgrade that he's looking for there. I do hear already, finally we got some Cerberus fire. I can actually take it down in terms of how fast we're going. Double commander in the middle in the form of Super and Taquito. Those Cerberus turrets getting caught by the Triad on the opposite side. I wonder what the Cerberus are targeting. They are targeting Build More Monkey Lords, who's having to back off. Hit points getting melted away, so he's going to have to push back quite considerably. Super trying to reclaim that gateway as quickly as he can. Taquito pushing way too far forward. He's going to get tagged by Lainelas if he's not careful, but luckily he's got the Cerberus turrets at the back. Speed2 and DePonny massing their troops up the southern border. It does look as if Isogen has managed to quite convincingly, with Corwin sort of in the background there, push through his flank with the units streaming through. If he's quite clever about it, he might be able to grab this area at the top. I'm going to get rid of this annoying little bar. And it does look as if Team 2 have claimed the centre, from what I can see. I'm not sure how long it will last. There's quite a few wall sections there. He's popping up some Cerberus turrets as well in the middle, Taquito, which is going to outrange handily the Triads being put up by Lainelas. So Lainelas is going to have to make a move fairly shortly. I'm going to go to split screen and track the two battles occurring at the top and the bottom between the two commanders. Butek getting hit by Isogen, having just come off that upgrade, and a huge Aurora push from DePonny. A mesh of Tech 2 and Tech 1 units, all long range out from Speed2. I'm not too sure why those Auroras are pulling back. They have left DePonny quite exposed at the front. And with the help of Super, Isogen has decided to pull back. So we go back down here to track full screen action. The Aurora's seeking blood, but getting pushed back by a mesh of Flapjacks and Lobos. I think he's got a plasma cannon in the mix as well, which is going to unfortunately range out those Auroras. Really heating up in the middle as well. A number of Cerberus turrets, a shield generator going up as well. Lainelas licking his wounds and going back in. He's popping a shield up. I'm not sure whether Lainelas can... Where are you, Lainelas? Right in the middle. Can he see? No, he can't. He knows that they're there, of course, but so one annoying thing about Cerberus, it's a very difficult thing to see when you are being hit. Taquito then pushing Lainelas for the second time out of the center. Reclaiming a few bits of wall section for his troubles. A few Lobos coming into the center as well. It's like as if Taquito has things under control in the middle and reclaiming a few of the buildings. But a great skirmish matching up between these two players. Medusa's being brought up from the rear. And a Mercy Strike, has he seen it? Oh no! Within 10 minutes, Taquito taken out. I think they were Corwin's Mercies. Yes, he absolutely are, and he didn't see them in time. A lack of air control from Team 2 has cost them one of their front players. Oh my goodness, unfortunate for Taquito. I mean, I'm shoutcasting and I didn't see that coming, but Corwin managing to tag him, feeling fairly isolated. Taquito seems to be a little confused about what actually killed him. It wasn't actually fire beetles or June beetles or whatever they're called, they were Mercies, Taquito. I'm afraid that was down to the lack of anti-air. Never mind, I'm sure Team 2 can recover. Speed, I have to say, having really pushed up into the middle, has managed to knock DePonny back. DePonny on 5,000 hit points is commander. Speed really healthy, nearly back up to full strength. Butek pushing up the left-hand flank, having done a great job himself of knocking Isogen back, having lost so much ground early on. A few triads pushing, pumping into the commander Butek. He wants to be careful, but overcharge will sort that out. Isogen's really going to have to pull his commander forward, and assistance ping coming down. Got to be so careful, as is the case with pretty much any time you have your commander on the front lines. As Taquito learned the hard way, you've got to keep your eye on all things. Most intelligence tends to win on these little skirmishy battles. And Speed flooding down the right hand side with a mesh of Lobos. Has he actually got any direct fire in there? He does. He's got a crazy amount of pillars in there. A quick check how many he's got. Got 12 pillars in there, so he's definitely transitioned successfully to T2. While DePonny is lingering with his frontal forces on Team 1, his commander being pushed way back. Back up to +1 once again. Besides Corwin taking out, granted he's taken out a player pretty early on. Seem to be, I'm not sure what Corwin is doing. He's got up a lot of anti-air, a lot of seekers, but he seems to be just knocking out interceptor after interceptor at the moment. He could potentially help Isogen to push back Butek, but I'm sure he knows what he's doing. So the skirmish phase of the game starts, I would say probably about 12.5 minutes. Interestingly enough, Lainelas in the centre has decided that he's on an upgrade at the moment. He's not decided to push forward, Lainelas, being quite tentative for him, especially with Shadow down here. Neither player having really massively pushed forward. They seem to be sitting pretty, whilst the battles on the peripheral are occurring, and we're starting to see a real skirmish occurring between these two players here. A few mobile missile launchers attacking, so it's a Seraphim against UEF standoff. Those devastating Seraphim Tech 2 point defense, which Galactic Fear showed off in my last shoutcast. A few Spectres out, knocking out some mass points coming down from Corwin as well. And we do have the first ASF on the field from Build More Monkey Lords. Actually, what is Build More Monkeys up to? It's just concentrating on air power at the moment, hoping to help DePonny perhaps sometime in the not too distant future. A few gunships wouldn't go amiss to clear out all of this down here. I don't think Speed has a great deal of anti-air in the mix. No, he doesn't. Push it back up to +2. Those Spectres wreaking havoc inside of Shadow's base. Speed trying to assist him with the few interceptors he does have. And that is a proper skirmishing battle. Flapjacks against Ithisha? I'm not sure, but mobile missile launches going back and forth between. That's a great shot. Look at that for a skirmish. Good sets of shields for both factions. Although I probably would take the Seraphim ones over the UEF ones if I had the choice. DePonny asking for a scout. What is DePonny? DePonny actually riding quite severely at the bottom at the moment. Really, really low at the bottom. Only riding on 31 mass when we compare it to his counterpart at the rear position, 130, despite him being the front player. Massive mass deficit in comparison to Butek as well, who is essentially his opposite player on the other side of the map. So DePonny greatly struggling with economy. Speed not doing too bad, but having over triple the economy of his opposition over there isn't going to bode particularly well. The mobile missile fire, I'm not particularly sure why all of these Auroras are sat here, DePonny. Got a Demolisher in the mix. This is kind of why this replay caught my attention. Some units I tend not to see that often used in many of my replays will start making an appearance. And DePonny with no support. He has a Harbinger coming up. But a huge amount of pillars being brought forward from Speed. Is DePonny going to get away? He's been brought down to 3,000 hit points, plummeting to 2,000. A rank up of veterancy pops him back up to 4. A move command going down. He's on 1,000 hit points. Surely he's not going to get out of this. The parashield, the asylum's coming out, and the gun upgrade just saving him in the nick of time. Oh my god, we've got Shadow trying to bring forth a broadsword to finish him off, but it didn't look like that was going to make any effect with the 2 shields, and DePonny escaping within an inch of his life. And the infinite war between Butek and Isogen wages on. When I said it was a skirmishy map, I wasn't lying to you. Lainelas and Shadow duking it out with the same factions and Ravages being deployed on both sides. Handy bit of micro will give you the advantage. You can actually see the shells being ejected out of the side of these things. I mean, given the size of everything in this game, I dread to think what those would actually be in reality. and DePonny is still bossing it at the front with his Harbinger homies flanking. And a huge deficit actually. There's a few Percivals down here from Speed, but a massive wipeout of the Pillar Presence and Lobo Fire. I have to say, DePonny, despite being cripplingly low on economy compared to Speed, is certainly holding his own. I'm really struggling to understand why. He's got plus 35 coming in. He's certainly got his energy covered off, which is more than some of the players in the game, but mass is the name of the game. Whether it's a filtration or something, it's reclaimed a significant amount. If we look at Speed on the other side, I mean, that's the difference between the two players. 22,000 in comparison to 16,000 mass reclaimed. And this waging war continues over here. Mobile missile launchers vomiting missiles all over both sides of the base. Just look as if Butek has held his own pretty well so far. I believe that's Ravager Fire coming in. He's got to be careful, mind. He does have a few Percivals incoming, quite a number of Percivals. He does have the point defense to defend. Speed saying that he's got a monkey, or whether they got a monkey. I think the Monkey Lord on my right screen is being built by Team 1, as far as I can see. And the Percivals, I've held the camera here, but the Percivals coming in quite vast numbers. He has to be careful here, Butek. And the Ravager Fire catching him as well. He has to be very careful. Get back into the shield, Butek. Otherwise you're going to find yourself, he's down to 2,000 hit points, and the shield blinks off at the worst possible moment. He is microing away from the fire, but unfortunately those Percivals do have a walk-in bonus. Keep an eye on that commander. He's up to 3,000 health. I don't think he's got anything in reserve. He has an off him here. He needs to use that to slow down the progress of those Percivals. Oh no, Butek! Oh, it's either throwing himself over the side of the mountain or being subject to the fire of the Percivals. He's literally... Oh no, just caught before he could get into the shielding. It's just as well I held the camera, actually. I wasn't expecting those Percivals to work. So Izujin claiming second blood and the second blow to Team 2. And a monkey, as I thought I could see coming out from... Build more Monkey Lords. It was looking like a pretty one-sided game thus far. Team 2 now down to 3 out of the 5 players that once stood. A few Restorers wailing away down here as well. And Harbingers from DePonny. A few Spearheads. Just talking about units that you don't get to see very often. The Spearhead for me is one of the rarest units I ever see in any game. Triple fire. See the reloading mechanism there as well. DePonny looking as if he's really managed to push forward. These Auroras just sat here looking pretty on the radar, as you can see. And an assistance ping going down. DePonny looking fairly isolated at the front. He's bringing his commander back now. He wants to be careful and learn from Butek's mistake. There's a Fat Boy being put up by Shadow. If we keep an eye on just a couple of things, because I'm not sure whether DePonny, he's got a few Serenities in there, but he wants to be careful. I'm going to split the screen and track the progress of the Monkey Lord incursion in the south and make sure that we don't miss anything down here as well. Speed with a few parashields and Percival's chasing down the pony's commander, and it looks as if this could be game over for Team 2, the Monkey Lord being pushed into the front. Goodness me, absolutely wrecking everything. Percival's coming up from the rear from Isogen as well. The pony has to be careful. He's surely not going to fall into the same trap. He's slowly retreating, but he has lost his shields, and I think he has bitten off more than he can chew. The pony going down, and a mirror from that originally. Speed 2 in the middle as well. This is going to all end at the same time. The upgrade of the shield on Speed. Speed bossing, literally having the monkey walk over him as the pony dies on the right hand side. I cannot believe what I have just seen. Speed managing to stare down a Monkey Lord with his commander whilst using his Percivals to kill his opposite number. That is multitasking to the extreme. A fat boy out from Isogen to the north, having had his Percivals pushed back in fear of Speed, who is now looking for blood. As a case in point, oh sorry, my microphone has moved because I've just caught the wire. There we go. You have to understand my microphone is 10 years old. It's one of these awful lab tech things. Tend to find why my voice sounds so terrible. Because it would sound so much better with a new microphone, of course. Speed certainly looking for blood. I'm surprised these Percivals hasn't found their way in, having regrouped. Bilbo Monkey Lords, he does have a Monkey Lord in the mix being made, which is currently riding on 27,000. He's got the mass to certainly pull it off, but those are going to cause a hell of a lot of damage. Which way is he going to go, Speed? He's not going to go, surprisingly, for Lainelas in the middle. He's decided he's going to go north for Bilbo Monkey Lords. Really struggling to say his name like that because I knew I should be build more tanks. And those Percivals being brought in finally with the overarching support of the Fat Boy. So we have a double Percival push, although it has to be said with the backing of that Fat Boy, it does seem that the well, it does seem like both incursions won't meet too much ground. Attack ping going down on the commander, but I don't think those Percivals are going to get far enough, especially being hit on by the Whalers. Monkey Lord will sweep up the remains of those Percivals, having taken so much damage. Fat Boy hitting currently a bit of Fat Boy on Fat Boy action. There's way too much innuendo in this Supcomm so far. The shield, I would say probably it's going to be Shadow's Fat Boy. It's going to make it out of the scuffle between the two, having triple shieldage behind him. A Monkey Lord also being produced by Super as well, and another Monkey Lord coming through here from the likes of Lainelas. So this is turning out to be a proper fatty on fatty contest between the two of them. Wailing away at each other. And which Fat Boy will survive the day? We have another one, oh, the original one, my apologies, coming back from Isogen. Now this is how you micro a Fat Boy. Keep him in the shielding, keep him healthy. Oh no, Shadow buckled just the wrong moment. And that fat boy ranking up as well, but just surviving on 900 hit points, which will now finish off. And Monkey Lord coming out from Super, but I'm not sure how much of an impression it's going to make. Broadswords on my apologies, Lainelas actually hitting the right hand side of Speed's base. I think Speed has definitely fought a good fight in this game. It's still a mystery to me as to why DePonny's economy was struggling so much. I am sure there is always a reason given the class of player that he is. But Speed certainly moved swiftly and quickly to kill him. The Monkey Lord now nearly in range of that fat boy. With Percival's to help, let's keep an eye on that fat boy going down. Percival's as well. That spider could certainly make a good impression. He needs to finish the Percivals. I'm not sure why he's turning on them. That fat boy... Oh, that... that's my answer. It happens to be the Galactic Colossus, which has just also come out from the back. Also belonging to Lainelas. He must have had gifted tech. This is looking pretty dire with only a spider in the mix for Team 2 at the moment. And the Fat Boy's range advantage, another one out from Isogen towards the top. I'm not entirely sure what Team 2 are going to do. There's another Fat Boy being produced down here by Shadow, aided by Speed. I don't see optimistic appraisal of how this game is going to end. I'd love to see a miracle. Another Monkey Lord. This is experimental heavy battle. And that Monkey Lord sitting on top of the ledge. And that could honestly be the screenshot for the game. Oh, don't run away, monkey. Keep killing things. And that monkey dropping to the Galactic Colossus that has arrived. Absolutely gunfire coming in from all directions. Nearly reaching the half-an-hour mark. Doesn't look to be looking. Not sure if that's a phrase, but I'm going to go with it anyway. Doesn't look to be looking too positive for Team 2. GC descending down. The power of the Galactic Colossus eradicating the charred remains of Super's base, and the Fat Boy as well being pushed down. And that is good game. I believe that was Speedy charged down that Fat Boy, but a Monkey Lord, I think a few Percivals have tagged him from Corwin. And that looks as if Team 2 have thrown in the towel. Triple Commander Blast. And that is game, set, and match. Ooh. And I think I'll grab the screenshot for the thumbnail as we're here. A Fat Boy in the view. There we go. Just make sure I take that again. Lovely. In any case, a quick summary, and MVP has to go to Speed 2 whilst trying to take down a Monkey Lord with his commander and killing his opposite number simultaneously. That's to be said. That is quite an achievement. A fairly swift replay for today. I am hoping to bring you more action fairly soon, trying to get as well a few speciality replays, but as per usual, knock down a few comments down below. Any recommendations, suggestions, keep mailing me those replays, and I will see you next time.